The log is off.
Hi mate, we are back again. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, apart from
Now,
the day's been a bit shit,
I need to probably make an apology to you, don't I?
probably.
Because I think I've pissed you off camera, both yesterday and today a little bit. Would that be a fair assessment?
No, that wouldn't be fair. It was a part of it was mock anger. You know when you have, you know when you do that thing where you've just got like a smidgen of truth in it, like
What, it's like passive aggressive?
yeah, like passive aggressive, but really, really passive.
I thought you were really annoyed at us over your text today. You said something like, "I'll speak to you later." I was like,
I did say that because I reread it back and I was laughing to myself thinking he's either going to fall out with me or shitting himself.
"There's a bit of both." So the story is we had to get some beers for the podcast. We were one short because we were doing it on the fly. So I asked you while I was in the supermarket what beer you were getting, and I needed a quick answer, and you literally responded back to my voice note with the question I'd asked you.
Not true. Not true. Not true.
It was just worded differently.
If I'd have worded it properly, I should have just said, "Why don't you make a decision for once in your life?"
Because I can't.
So that's what I should have said. But no, I didn't. I said something sort of nice, bearing in mind I was just starting out on a 5.5 hour car journey at 6 o'clock at night. So, forgive me for not being able to think on my feet when I'm trying to drive a motor car.
I'm sorry, mate. I honestly didn't mean to annoy you, but I needed
But then,
a quick answer.
no. Let's not let this drop yet. Let's also tell the listeners about your little tantrum that you had as well.
I didn't have a tantrum.
You did have a tantrum. You got
No.
me. You give us the most arsey message in the world on the way back. And what was my response?
I can't
I
remember
can't.
something.
I'll tell you exactly what my response was. I can't deal with your tantrums.
It wasn't a tantrum.
And then you phoned us laughing because you knew you'd crossed the mark.
I did feel like I'd crossed the mark a little bit. I was under pressure. I had to go from Mountain Warehouse to Sainsbury's and then home. And you weren't responding.
Oh yeah, I had to go from deepest dark in Norfolk to sunny, glorious Cumbria.
Anyway, I feel like this apology's kind of dwindled away now.
It has, yeah, because you're still a. Yeah, so no, actually, no, everything's quite good. I'm enjoying the more modest weather, which is quite nice. And better still, my fitness update's going quite good.
Right, okay.
So you might be pleased to know that I've done a run today.
All right, how far did you go?
How far do you think?
12 miles.
Not quite.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'd be impressed with. Anything over 3K.
3K. Yeah. A bit over if I count me walk down, me warm down. So yeah. So
Was that non-stop running?
No.
Non-stop running?
No.
All right, okay.
No.
But still, it's running.
It was in like it took us about 20 minutes, and it was in like 3 bursts or something.
Was this outside or was it like on a treadmill?
No, I just did it on the treadmill. I can't do it outside at the moment because I feel I don't have the correct footwear. And it's a bit hot.
What are you doing it on the treadmill for?
I'm just trying to keep it on me, you know what, because it hurts your knees, doesn't it? I'm just trying to get myself a bit more used to it first on the soft treadmill before I take it out on there. Before I do a Rocky and pound the streets.
No, well done. Well done.
That never fails to amaze me every time I watch Rocky. You know, like all the rah-rah that goes on with running now about people with cameras and bibs and like Garmin watches and stuff. When you watch Rocky and he's running in the street and he's Converse 1 stars.
And he doesn't know his steps. He doesn't know his speed.
Yeah.
He can't share it on Strava with everyone else.
No, he's just absolutely punting it along up some steps in Philadelphia in Converse 1-stars. Like nowadays, it's an excuse not to go if you haven't got the right laces, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then on the other side of that, I'm feeling very, very sad because I don't think we've talked about this before, and because this is not a sports podcast, then we'll
Is it
brief
not?
over it. No, it's not. We'll brief over it quite quickly, but I'm a Morecambe FC fan, despite the fact I'm from Newcastle and lived in Washington for most of my life. I lived in Yorkshire for more of it. But anyway, I'm a Morecambe fan because it's my local club and I've been following them for the last dozen years or so. And I love it. It's kind of like nitty gritty down at the bottom. When you go to Morecambe, you're only like a metre from the pitch, which I think is brilliant. I love hearing what's going on and everything. So, and you probably haven't been tracking the success of Morecambe recently, but we went from League Two, where we've been stuck for a lot of years, and got promoted to League One, which was a couple of years ago, and then relegated back down to League Two, and then relegated down to the National League. So next season is National League. However, I mean, I think I can say this. I think if it's recorded, it might have some legal implications. But we've got this that owns the club, and he won't sell it. He won't sell it. So this has been going on and on and on because I think he's trying to be perfectly honest, I like do business and shit, and I can't understand what he's playing at.
Do you think he's like doubling down on it and stuff like that?
I think he's doubled down on his double down. It hasn't paid the staff. He's got a buyer who's put money into it and now won't sell it to them, who are all EFL approved and everything. So we're in the right state. So anyway, but today we got our first opening on Sky Sports. Sky Sports News were down and the BBC were down reporting on the plight, but they've twisted it a little bit, and it's they've twisted it around a little bit, and now they're saying Morecambe's on the verge of rescue because someone's going to buy it. But the actual headline should be Morecambe's on the verge of collapse because this twat won't sell the club. God, this is very serious for us.
They're probably worried about all the legal implications. We're not, but they're probably worried about what if they say something. So is it? I tell you what you need. You need 2 Hollywood stars to come in and buy the club.
Well, you'd think having the biggest boxer in the world would help, wouldn't you? But he has just he even owned. He's yeah.
Maybe not tomorrow.
His gym is actually in the Morecambe Football Club complex. I mean,
I imagine he's rich enough to buy it.
Yeah. His accounts got published, and he's got 140 million nicker in the bank. So, anyway, the buyers that are coming in are very dubious anyway because no one actually knows if they've got 10 pence to rub together. It's all very smoke and mirrors with these guys anyway. But he's come forward amazingly overnight, so I've got another buyer now. So I'm not selling to the guys that have put £2 million in the club. I'm going to sell it to someone else, but they're not getting their money back. It's crazy. So anyway, my point here is, so sad day for Morecambe. Sad day. This has been going on for weeks now. Well, it's been going on for months, but years. But most recently, like hotting up in the last few weeks. But Sky Sports turned up today, so there's a little crowd of people there, all with their Whittingham out banners up and things like that. And why, when there's a crowd, there's always a man with a drum.
But just banging that drum?
It wasn't banging it, but it was just a man in the background with a drum. So anywhere Sky Sports News goes, when there's football fans, there seems to be a man with a drum. Have you never watched it?
Yeah, you're right. I've never really fully put it together, but you're right. Is it the same bloke?
I don't think it's the same bloke, but wherever Sky Sports go, it's like they've got their own marching band that goes with them. It's absolutely fantastic.
Well, speaking of that, mate, I was at work the other day, right? Where I work, it's a big site. There's quite a lot of different buildings and car parks and stuff. And for the past few weeks, I've been hearing on the wind bagpipes. Just bagpipes music for
I'd
about
like
10 minutes, 20 minutes.
I'd like to say the haunting sounds of bagpipes.
The very haunting sounds. And it's like, where I work shouldn't have bagpipes. I'll not say where I work or the environment I work, but shouldn't have bagpipes.
Yeah, and you're far enough away from Scotland not for them not to be casting their way over on the wind.
So the other day it was quite nice, and I heard these bagpipes. I'm going to find out what this shit is. Like,
so hang on, how long are we talking here? How long has this been going on?
So there's me and someone else in the office, and we noticed it was every Thursday for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, okay, so this is a regular occurrence.
Round about the same time, round about lunchtime. So I thought, I'm going to go for a walk, and I'm going to find where these bagpipes are coming from. So I walked out the office, got about 2 minutes down the road, and there's a bloke stood in a car park next to his boot, which was open, playing the bagpipes. And I was like...
Any cap out or anything like that for donations?
Nothing, just normal clothes, stood next to his car, playing the bagpipes, as if he's playing the bagpipes into the back of his car, right?
Oh, so no kilt, no
regalia, jeans, t-shirt.
So can I give you...
Go on.
I was going to say, I've got a thievy.
All right, well, I'll tell you, I'll give you one more bit of insight. Okay. He was a little bit older than us, maybe about 5 or 10 years older than us.
Okay.
He was completely by himself.
And you didn't speak to him?
I did speak to him, and I found out why I did it. So,
okay.
Do you want to guess why?
Let me give you my theory then here.
All right, yeah.
So, the haunting sounds of bagpipes aren't actually haunting sounds of bagpipes. They're the god-awful, me horrible in the head drone of a musical instrument. They're not even, shouldn't even be classed as a musical instrument. They sound that vile and they're that horrible to be near. So my guess is that he's been learning to play the bagpipes. He's not allowed to actually play in his house or in his neighbourhood because his wife had divorced him. So he tries to get a few 20 minutes practice when he can on a Thursday in the boot of his car.
I mean, you're way off. Not with the sound of bagpipes. The only thing, like, bagpipes have to have their own music, don't they? Because if you put a popular song to bagpipes, it's ruining that popular song.
Yeah, and anything you've got to blow into that goes for about 20 minutes before you can actually get a tune out of them, it's just not worth it. So, is that what he was doing? Was he blowing them up in preparation for?
He was practicing, and I suppose you're partly right. So he was practicing in a safe place where it didn't matter if he made a load of noise because he couldn't do it in the house. But it was the Durham Miners Gala.
Oh, yeah.
And he was in a band and he was practicing for that. He was a really nice guy, actually. He was telling us all about it. And all the different things that you have to do.
And the time that you'd interrupted him and he was talking was the whole time was the bagpipe going in the background.
No, it wasn't actually. It wasn't. He must have switched it off. I don't know what you do with that.
No idea. Oh yeah, well, that's a good one. There's a guy that I don't know. I was going to say actually. Before I go into this story, shall we open our beer?
Yeah.
Let's get it right. So we're on.
Hang on.
Sorry, okay. You introduce it properly.
Right, we're on season 4, and season 4 is beers of around the world. Do you want us to introduce the country?
Catchy title: Beers of Around the World. Catchy title.
Oh man,
that sounds like a Status Quo album.
I'm gonna have a tantrum. Right.
Yeah, say the country. Give it away.
So this week, the country of origin for our beer is Wales. Do you want a fun fact about Wales, Martin?
Yes, please.
Okay. There are more sheep than people in Wales. Insert your own joke into that.
Yeah, that gives a lot of fun. I'm just bypassing it. Not even
just don't do it. That is a fact, though.
Yeah, so, fact.
Yeah.
There's also a few sheep with human feet, I believe. But anyway, fact. So this is a Tiny Rebel, and it's called "What's Cooler Than Being Cool." It's a New England IPA, and it's from the Welsh brewer Tiny Rebel, I should add. And this is weighing in at a massive 8%, which I'd never noticed before until
Neither
just
had
that. Oh dear. What I was going to say is this is another supermarket beer, so I'm really sorry about it being another supermarket beer. It means you can try it yourself if you would like to.
But more exotic beers are to follow.
That's just what I was about to say. We're going way left of field in the next episodes coming up. Maybe not the next one, but coming up.
What's happening here?
Ooh.
Hang on, I've made 2 mistakes here.
Well, let me guess, you spilled it?
I've spilled it. I love a microfiber, mate. And my glass isn't clean. Look at the state of that.
No, it's crazy.
No, but it's all bubbly and sticking to the glass.
Yeah, no, it is. It is like that. I think your glass is all right.
Oh,
yeah.
I've had a dirty glass.
No, it's quite a bubbly head because it's quite heavy. Right, bottoms up. I was ready for that, actually, that little drink. Woo! Okay, we'll revisit that in a minute. Okay, so, going back to me bagpipes. So there's people probably know, when you go over, I always forget what bridge it is, but when you go to London, there's the bridge outside, is it Westminster Bridge that goes over from Big Ben over to the London Eye? The closest one to Big Ben. I think it is Westminster Bridge. So there's a guy that always plays bagpipes halfway down the that bridge, and again just terrorizing tourists with a terrible drone.
Americans would be all over that though.
Yeah, but he's fully regaled up, full spurring. Anyway, do you remember a few years ago when there was that terrorist attack, and they ended up fighting the guy off with the narwhal tusk? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. How did you forget that?
One of the best stories ever. The only terrorist that's ever been fought off ever with the narwhal tusk. But this guy also helped out in the crusade whilst he ditched his bagpipes and was there with his spurring in his skirt, helping out while this guy was detained with the narwhal tusk. That's it. It was a very, very, very tenuous link to a bagpipe story.
Have you forgot you introduced a new feature into season 4 as well?
Nope, I haven't.
I haven't done you a theme tune yet.
Okay,
actually, there might be a theme tune on this, so
well, if it is, play it now. Right. So yeah, my new feature is defecation deliberation in brackets on the bog musings, and I realised that
these are brackets.
I for full disclosure, I went to the toilet for a poo and forgot to take my phone. And I started to have some strange old thoughts that I thought I need to report back on. I'd just like to state at this moment in time that I am posing the questions, not giving the answers.
We don't give the answers.
Now, this defecation deliberation was actually current. So rather than going deep into my own thoughts, it was something that I spotted and thought, and then started to think about them. And what I spotted was a spider, right? Spiders in the bathroom. Yeah, so spiders in the bathroom are like, not in it, like it was around it. Not unusual. You always see a spider. But it was one of those little wispy, the ones that have got like really long legs and they sort of don't scurry. Yeah, they don't scurry. They're sort of half float and half walk. Like the least scary spider, I would say.
Crab spiders.
Yeah, but they can be quite big.
Yeah.
So, and I was looking at this spider and I was thinking, what is your purpose? What is your purpose? and what does he eat in the bathroom? There's no flies in there. There's no. I don't snack on the toilet.
Little flies. I don't know.
Exactly. Then I looked around and I could see these little wispy cobwebs around the place. So he'd obviously been in there for a little while. It just made me think.
Tidy up. That's what it sounds like to me.
I know. Spiders and cobwebs in the bathroom. But this is literally overnight. So yeah, so that was me. That was me defecation deliberation.
Are you
for this
scared
week.
of spiders?
Don't like them running over us.
Right, I'll give you a scenario. You sat in the living room one night watching the TV, because this happens quite a lot, doesn't it? Especially sort of the end of summer, beginning of autumn. And then all of a sudden one just scurries across the living room.
I'm all right with that.
And
Unless
it's not one
unless
of
you
them
can
wispy
hear it.
guys.
Unless you can
It's
hear
one
it
of them
scream.
sort of like, the ones that are to proportion.
Yeah.
So they've got, and they're fast.
Yeah, ones that are wearing Dr. Martin boots.
Yeah, and they're like,
yeah, and you can almost hear them scurrying. Yeah,
I quite like spiders actually.
So they're not me. So no, I'm going to say I wouldn't be too put off by that. If they can go about their own business, they can scurry under the settee. I don't want to see them again, but they need to keep out of my way. They've had a reprieve from death. So I just sort of let them get on with that. I'm okay.
I don't know if I've told this story before on the podcast, but I'll tell it anyway. So once I used to work somewhere and I was coming out of the main entrance and it was raining. So I put my hood up on my coat and I was getting into a taxi to go somewhere. And I felt something on my face.
Yeah, no, that was
I thought it was rainwater. And I was in the back of the taxi at this point. The taxi driver's looking in the mirror to see where I'm going. And I could see him do that. And I thought I had rainwater on my face, and I went like that, and I went like that, and it was a spider. So the taxi driver looked in his rearview mirror and saw a spider on my face, and I just picked it off and threw it on his floor.
You must have looked like the most psychopathic bastard ever. Once you realised that it was a spider, though, did you do that?
I went, because I looked on the floor and I went, was that a spider? And he went, yeah. All right.
Well, that sounds like no, but so yeah, I'd like that would have freaked. I would have done that, that you flap your hands and stuff. I'd have
but I
done
think
that.
if I'd looked in the mirror and saw it, I think I would have done the same.
Yeah,
but because
like you just slapped your face, wouldn't you? Like sort of.
Yeah, I would have.
I once had one that in bed like this with the covers up to my face. It's like crawled up my belly on the top of the covers.
Well, like the film Arachnophobia.
Yeah, that's always a nerve wracking. I mean, this spider's probably that big. To be fair.
Did you know it was crawling up? Like, were you watching it?
No, you just see something out the corner of your eye, don't you? Then it's there, and that was like a full jump out of bed, twist your ankle, fall through
If
the
that
window.
happened to anyone else in my house, would have to move house.
Yeah. I've got to say, my wife is better with spiders than I am. She can pick them up and put them outside. I can't do that. I'm not.
My missus is scared of. It's ridiculous. Moths and butterflies.
Yeah, I don't get that.
She freaks out.
And I love a daddy long legs. I like catching them in my hands because I like the feeling of them in your little cup.
Do you pull the legs off?
No.
I did you are.
I'll put them out the window. let them
I'd
free.
give them legs.
To be fair, they only last about a day anyway, don't they? Those things. So
yeah, I think they've only got like a 2-day lifespan, haven't they?
So yeah, So like I say, I pose the questions, not the answers. But where do they come from? Those little wispy spiders. What are they for?
Who knows? What's the point?
Who knows? You're looking very dapper today, mate. I've got to say, is that a full dress shirt you're wearing?
That's a polo shirt.
Oh, is it a polo? I couldn't see. I didn't know if it went further down or not. It looked.
I was going to put the collars up, but I thought I looked a bit of a twat.
Yeah, 1996.
I'm
sure,
like a rugger boy.
Yeah, no, you look terrible.
Remember, there was a thing at the time where people used to wear 2 polo shirts. Remember that?
Was that ever a thing, or was that just a thing
so
for
they'd
idiots?
have 2 collars. I think it was a posh boys thing.
Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah, so you're looking quite. You're looking quite dapper there. Unfortunately, someone seems to have stolen your neck.
Well, you didn't let me do my fitness update.
Go on, tell me.
At the beginning, I've just been doing quite a lot of weights. I really enjoy doing weights. It's there's something about it where it's like it's hard work, but it's not like running hard work or cycling hard work. You just lift and put the shit up and putting it down again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I like pumping, but just pumping. Not that bothered about the iron. I can't.
I'll tell you what I did do. I looked up, right, on YouTube. I was like, I'm going to watch a video and do like a follow along. You don't need that.
Oh, yeah.
So literally, a guy was doing this for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
Well, I told you last week, didn't I? Going to my new gym that I'm a member of. Hey. Going there, and I looked in there, and I was like, "Where's the hex bar and stuff like that?" And they didn't have any of the stuff that I actually knew how to use, so I was a bit lost, to be honest. I've reverted to some dumbbells in my shed.
Yeah, that's the best way, man. It's heavy shit. You don't need anything different.
Yeah. Did I remember I told you about me? Do you remember I told you about me jeans that I got that were a bit skinny around the leg? Did I tell it on the podcast or not?
Yeah, well, you said that you've always struggled to get jeans because you've got big legs.
Yeah. So
flex.
it's not a flex because you actually said when I took my photograph of me legs on the beach in Morecambe last week, you said that I needed to do a leg day, which is ironic because I've got about 40-inch calves.
So, it must have been your lower legs.
No, my lower legs are bigger than the top of my legs.
Have you got like baseball bat legs where they go like dead fat and then dead thin towards the bottom?
No. I've literally, my legs are about 30 centimetres across all the way down, apart from the calf, which is 50 centimetres across, going back down to 30 centimetres. Honestly.
Like a kebab on the spit.
Literally like that. Literally. They're like, you could feast on my calves if you could feed a family of 4.
No thanks.
Might be nice. Who knows? Better than my rump steak, that's for sure.
All right. We've clothes about clothes and fashion on here a few times. It's like I went into a shop the other day. I think it was Next, and who are they making clothes for?
I gave up on those shops years ago.
Have you seen the new fashion this year? It's like soprano type shirts.
What's a soprano shirt?
You know, in the Sopranos, you know the shirts that they wore, like they had like zigzaggy patterns, and they were like knitted shirts, sort of shirts and polo shirts like that.
Yeah.
Who's wearing that?
I mean, no, I'm not, but maybe I should.
No,
but
do you
not think it's stuff like that though that is so retro trendy that you are literally either 80 or you're 18?
Well, I know.
And I hate telling this, but we fit in neither bracket.
I know. So what do we wear?
Well, I'm still waiting for bootcut jeans to come back into fashion. There was nothing more comfortable than a bootcut jean.
I loved a bootcut.
What was
bootcut jean and like a grungy t-shirt, a grungy shirt. What they're called? Lumberjack shirt. Check shirt.
Yeah. What about a polo neck under it?
Yeah.
That was a thing, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Polo neck and lumberjack shirt.
Mm-hmm. Do you mean?
In fact, yeah, you know the high turtleneck. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is it a polo neck? That or?
No, this is a polo neck.
What is it?
A turtleneck's the one that goes like round like that. I don't think fat people can wear them because you just like
you quadruple your chin, don't you?
You're not doing yourself any favours with that.
Think Dave Grohl unplugged in New York.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah,
excellent reference.
I don't think I'll ever. So the only thing that happens to my clothes is they come back into fashion rather than actually being in fashion. So I think I've said this before. Twice every 10 years, I'm cutting edge of fashion because I'm straight back into it. Crocs, how trendy are Crocs now? Been rocking those bad boys for best part of 2 decades.
Yeah, you did get on the Croc journey early, like.
Most comfortable shoes ever.
So good.
Yeah. And there's no way that I'm ever gonna put on any hard shoes. Goodness me. No way I'm gonna put on a shoe with the back.
I'll tell you what I've missed in the summer, my cardigan.
Oh, I like a cardigan, yeah. See? You come back round into fashion, that's all I've got to worry about. Right. So I think we're ready for the question. So get yourself geared up because I know it takes you
Hang
a
on,
while.
because I've lost my cursor.
So we are on Tiny Rebel. What's cooler than being cool? New
Oh, I
England
didn't do
IPA.
can art.
Do you want to quickly rock over your can art?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
This is disaster.
So that's got.
How bad is it? How bad are we at keeping on script when we've just got we've got 3 things to do that we've been doing all the time, and now
we've introduced new things and it's frigged us up.
Introduced a new bit, which is this beer's from this country.
But what you think about having a shit? I can't think of how professional. Right, so I really like that. I think it's really cool, and I also quite like it's got the percentage on his pocket.
That's why we couldn't find the bugger though. Tiny Rebel have always done fairly cool artwork. I think they've always been quite good.
And actually, some people might have had this before because it's fairly available in all the supermarkets, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was I'll tell you my judgment after you. But
Nipa's are probably my favourite as well.
Thanks for interrupting us for the third time. Tiny Rebel were absolutely one of the best brands in craft beer for ages, and then they dropped off massively. I think they went massively downhill, and I think they're coming back up again. As we know, as any listener who's listened to more than one episode will know, we're like Club Tropica. Right. Anyway, so Tiny Rebel. What's cooler than being cool? New England IPA, 8%. Dan, lager on or the lager off?
The lager's off.
Good stuff. Thought it might be. Yeah, I agree. New England IPA just fairly bang on, really, aren't they?
Yeah. Well done, Wales. And last week we did Belgium, which was also an absolute stonker.
So we've done Belgium, Wales. Do we tell where we are next week, or do we keep it a secret? I think we keep it a secret, don't we?
Yeah, and I think what we'll do maybe at the end of this season is have a leaderboard.
Or country leaderboard for the one beer. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy.
What do you think? Do you like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Competition.
Yeah, so which one's first at the minute? Because we had Belgium, what did we have? Framboise.
That was really nice, to be fair.
And then this week we've had Wales, so...
But I had a criticism of the Framboise, which I think it wasn't a high enough percentage. I think I liked it a little bit more boozy. Whereas this, I've got no complaints.
So you're going Wales 1, Belgium 0? I mean, if there's anyone...
Which would never happen in football, but yeah.
It would never happen in beer, to be fair. If anyone that's actually a beer person listening to this, they've just literally just coughed mucus in disgust.
That's music to my ears. I love pissing people off.
So we're on the socials, at the Loggers Off or at the Loggers Off podcast everywhere.
We've just hit a milestone on the socials. Well, we hit a milestone, then didn't, then did, then didn't, and today we have.
So that is literally the third time that we've got enough followers on TikTok to go live.
Yeah. So I reckon maybe I'm going to just put this out there. Maybe our last ever episode of a season is a live, and then maybe we'll do some special ones every now and then.
Okay.
What do you reckon?
Let's try and do a technical overview before we go into that, because that's where we struggle.
I did struggle. But actually, you struggled. You were meant to go live on Instagram and it didn't work. So
yeah, that wasn't my own personal struggle. That was, we were in it together.
Who owns Instagram?
Zuckerberg.
Yeah. So if you're listening, Zuckerberg.
He's not listening, but you've just flagged on several platforms. Right, on that note, see you next week.
Yeah. See you, mate. All the best.
The lager's off.